Hey you guys! Ahoy hoy! Welcome to another spooky episode of the O Show. I'm O and I'm here for your amusement. And we are going to talk about a crazy ass movie from 1991. I'll talk about the one and only Dolly Dearest. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I forgot how dumb this movie is. So look, Dolly Dearest was a movie that came out after the whole Child's Play explosion hit us back in like the late 80s, early 90s, right? So Child's Play came out and everyone had Chucky fever, and I guess someone was like, well, we can make a killer doll movie too. Let's make it a girl. So they did. And it's dumb. Here's the thing. Before I bash this movie, Dolly Dearest is an interesting movie. Like, it used to come on TV all the time, which is why I never rented it. Like, I remember seeing it all the time on the shelves at the video store, and I would just walk on by because I was like, well, it's probably going to be on TV again tomorrow or like next week. So it was on TV all the time. So I guess they were trying to like recoup their money somehow, I guess. I don't know. But yes, this movie could have been bigger than it was. It could have been maybe as popular as Chucky, but it was just the story. Like, they threw something together and there's so much that doesn't make sense that you have to kind of stop to think like, but why would this be happening? And how come this is not happening? And you're just missing out on the awesomeness that this movie could have been. So that's my opinion. I will tell you why as I discuss this movie. So let's talk about it. So the movie opens up with this archaeologist who is trying to get inside this tomb, and he manages to get this door open, and then he dies. So there's a spirit on the other side of the tomb that ends up getting free. So there's this whole Sanzia thing that's happening. They're going to keep talking about it through the whole movie. But really what happened is there's like this tribe that made some kind of demon baby with the body of a baby, head of a goat, and it was feeding on the blood and bodies of children, right? So I guess it was eating so many children that the tribe was like, this thing is gonna wipe out our population. So they killed it and put it in a tomb. So anyway, the spirit is free. And so I guess the spirit's like, well, I need a host. And so it goes outside and it's flying around. And I guess the closest place that just happens to be next door to the tomb is this doll factory. The Dolly Dearest doll factory. And then it goes in and possesses a doll, right? We're going to say that for now. But it possesses a doll. So, then we got this family that then moves into town. So we got this family that's relocated to Mexico. They're taking a plane ride there, and it is the Wade family. So we have the husband Elliot, played by Sam Bottoms. You have the mom Marilyn, played by Denise Crosby, right? And if she looks familiar, she was the mom in the first Pet Sematary movie. You got a son named Jimmy, and you have a daughter named Jessica. So they get there, and right away, it's so confusing because the husband is now the new owner of the factory. So he buys it, now owns it, and now he's going there to run it. So I guess they told him like the place is being maintained, it's clean, people are doing stuff in it, and then he gets there and he's like, there's nothing fucking happening in this warehouse, or factory rather. That kind of looks like a warehouse. Like, how are they making dolls in this place? Like, it's just, the setting is just so weird with this building. And he gets there, it's all dirty and messed up, and he's like, you lied to me. And pretty much the guy who, I guess the realtor, I'm thinking, literally admits like, yeah, I just said all that stuff. I copied it out of a book or something, he said. And you're like, what? Can he sue him for that? I don't know. Anyway, that's supposed to be the setting. He's at this rundown factory. But here's my thing. They don't go into detail about who Dolly Dearest is. Is is this just something made in Mexico? Are there no other Dolly Dearest locations around the world? Is it known in the United States? Why is this white girl being made in a Mexican factory? I don't understand. I think they just needed a setting. They could have put this movie like in New Mexico. It's still been in the US, but no, it's in actual Mexico. So, whatever. It is what it is, right? They didn't hire it. I don't know exactly who hired this. It's not really clear if she already has been living in the house or is this her first day? I don't understand. But anyway, there's a housekeeper there who is now the family's housekeeper. And her name is Camilla. And she's played by Lupe Ontiveros. All right, so they move in, and then the dad's like, well, let's go check out the factory, and the kids end up going with him. So right away, Jessica picks out a doll, and the guy was like, okay, well, you're my first customer, which again, is this doll known around the world? She just maybe never had one, but now she does because her dad is the owner. Like, it's so weird. But there's already all these dolls that are just made, and they're just sitting on a shelf. So it doesn't really, I don't know. Anyway, she picks a doll, right? So obviously, the movie's Dolly Dearest, so the spirit went into the doll, right? But that's what we think now. Spoilers. So right away, this doll wastes no time being messy, okay? Like in Child's Play, you knew that Andy is saying that the doll is walking and talking and whatever. You just don't see it a lot of the time. Or you'll see like a certain point of view. Yeah, this doll, like right away on the first night, is like up, moving, walking. when Jessica goes to sleep. It's so funny. So Dolly is walking around the house. She's like spying on her mom in the mirror, but the mom doesn't see it, which I don't understand why she didn't see this doll in her bedroom. Jessica's drawing pictures. Red flag number one, parents. If your child doesn't draw and also just draws this perfect picture of Mayan symbols and shit, it's time to throw the doll away. What the hell? So we get this scene where the family's out of the house and Camilla is really religious. So she's like, okay, well, I'm going to get this house blessed, right? So a priest comes and starts blessing the house and the family comes before he's done. So obviously, Dolly does not like the priest blessing the house that she's living in. So she's acting through Jessica, and Jessica throws this fit and is pissed off this priest is there. And you can just see on Camilla's face, like, the fuck is wrong with this kid? And then the mom has the nerve to be telling Camilla, like, don't be praying in public and doing all this. Like, go pray in the closet. You know, I don't want your religious beliefs rubbing off on Jessica. Like, bitch. So then the next day, Jessica's eating lunch outside and she drew another devil picture, right? So her mom's like, what the hell is happening? So Camilla comes out to get the dishes and Jessica sees this cross that's dangling from like a bracelet on her arm. So Jessica decides to push Camilla and she drops all the plates on the ground. And her mom sees it all. Her mom says, like, I fucking saw you, bitch. Like, why are you... The mom was like, I saw what you did, okay? Now you didn't apologize. And this little girl has an attitude and everything, and it's like, no! Ooh! See, this is why little kids, what is this, the 90s? This is the early 90s. Kids were getting their ass whooped back then, so I don't know why this lady thought, like, she's gonna let her daughter walk away with an attitude like that. So, anyway, Jessica speaks this language, right? She speaks the language of Sanzia. And Camilla sees it and hears it, right? And Camilla's like, oh, fuck no. Camilla's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. So Camilla's like, I quit. I ain't working for y'all no more because you got an evil, badass daughter who needs her ass whooped. But, yeah, Camilla's not having it. But what's funnier is that Camilla quits, but I guess since she's living in the house, she doesn't leave that night. But then I find it funny that night the parents go out to, I don't know, some dinner or something, but the parents leave, right? And so you're thinking maybe just the son is in charge or something. I don't know. But the son is in his room, minding his own business. So so it appears that Camilla is now, I guess, watching children, or maybe they're just like, Jessica, go to sleep. Don't get out of bed until we get back home or something. I don't know. But the damn Dolly leaves the room, walks around the house, goes outside. Jessica's badass gets up and follows her. So Dolly's telling her to go into the dollhouse outside. Oh, I didn't say that. There's a dollhouse in the backyard for no reason. And when I say dollhouse, I mean it's a big like clubhouse thing that someone built. Obviously, I guess the owner of Dolly Dearest built it, but I don't think they ever like explain like, did he have a daughter? Was he a pedophile? There's just a dollhouse in the back of the house. Anyway, Jessica wasn't being as quiet as she thought, so Camilla hears this noise, right? So she goes outside and she's like, God damn it, Jessica, why are you outside? Get your ass in the house.
Jessica, what are you doing? Come back in the house. Jessica, ¿pero qué no me oyes, niña? Te estoy hablando.
So Camilla is like, can't wait till I leave this house. I know I would. So she tries to get Jessica back into the house, but then I guess the evil spirits causes the door to slam shut and lock. So now they're locked outside. So Camilla's like, Jesus Christ. So Camilla's running around the house trying to get in windows and things. She's calling up to Jimmy, but he has headphones on. Like he has headphones on like a lot in this movie, so he doesn't hear anything. But she did find like the cellar door to the basement is open, and so she goes down there, and then Dolly somehow locks it behind her because she pulled a lock out of her pocket. What is it, an evil lock? I don't know. But she gets locked into the basement, which I don't get why she would just go up the stairs back to the house. Anyway. Oh, actually, I think she did. Oh, that's when she got knocked down the stairs by Dolly. Okay, anyway. So now I guess Camilla's never been in the basement because there's a whole bunch of doll parts and eyeballs and things just on these shelves. So, I mean, I get the owner probably stored stuff there, but that's what your factory is for. Like, why is there all these doll parts in the basement? Just to make it more spooky for the movie? I think the answer is yes, because that's the only reason the shit would be down there. So anyway, Dolly somehow gets into the basement too. And kills Camilla. Camilla was just minding her own business, trying to pay her bills, and now she's dead. Dolly like knocks her down the stairs, and then she ends up getting electrocuted. There's like this well in the basement full of water. How did she get in there? Did she fall into the water? I don't know. But anyway, Dolly pulls this light cord thing and throws it in there and electrocutes Camilla and the dummy that's like floating around in the water when she's not she's not splashing around. You can see the mannequin. All right, so R.I.P. Camilla, she's dead. So that knocks the power out in the house, right? So then the parents come back home and the mom goes to check on the kids. And I find it so funny that she does this like 2 or 3 times in the movie. Jimmy is like in 7th grade, you guys. So if you're a 7th grader male, you probably knock before you come into that little boy's room, right? Because she just walks into the room. She doesn't knock. She doesn't say like, Jimmy, I'm coming in. Oh, she just walks in. What do you think, you own the house, lady? So luckily Jimmy's not doing anything inappropriate, but I just find it so funny. Like she walks in and he's like in his boxers. He's passed out on the bed. Like, girl, knock. They can't find Jessica. And also there's like this weird windstorm happening outside because reasons. But when they do find her, she's just standing in the doorway with like the wind blowing on her and she has a dumb look on her face. So I guess she's like, I don't know, she fully possessed at this time, like whatever. Oh, and then the dad is in the basement trying to find the fuse box to put the power back on, and then that's how he discovers Camilla's body. But it's crazy because like no one really like reacts to Camilla being dead. I mean, they're just kind of sitting around, and then the next day shit's happening like nothing happened. Like your housekeeper was dead in the basement. I'd be traumatized. I'd be like, okay, well this house is haunted now. Like They don't. It's weird. By the way, before I move any further, there was a scene that happened a little earlier in the movie where it was like nighttime and the mom goes outside to go get Jessica and bring her in the house. And she clearly can see there's like two shadows moving around this dollhouse, right? So that's like red flag number 2, okay? Your daughter's drawing Mayan pictures and shit. And then you see that she's talking and someone is responding and there's two shadows moving around this dollhouse. And then when your ass gets out there, you're just like, what are you doing? Well, it's time to go to bed. And you're not questioning who she has stashed away in this house. Obviously, she can't be on one side of the house and, you know, control the doll on the other. And this mom is still just like, oh, okay, it's time to go inside. So the mom just drives me crazy in this movie. So we get this scene where it's the next day after Camilla dies and no one cares anymore. So she goes into the dollhouse and she realizes that Jessica has cut her hair. And she's like, girl, what the fuck did you do? And then Jessica says this.
What did you do to your hair?
We cut it. Don't I look like Dolly now?
Jessica, you were holding the door.
Dolly locked the door. She doesn't like people coming in here. This is our house.
And even when I was little watching this movie, I used to be like, I don't understand why they would have her say that. So Dolly has brown hair. You have blonde hair. Dolly has long, straight hair. Your hair is now short and curly, but you ask your mom, don't I look like Dolly? No, bitch! Like, I don't understand why the mom didn't just go off of this girl and just whoop her. Like, she needs to get her ass whooped. I'll be like, no one told you to cut your damn hair. Okay. Did she use product and make that shit curly? What did she do? Also, I like how we have an evil spirit. At least Chucky was like the soul of a man inside of a doll. So he has to do physical things to like hurt you. You mean to tell me you have the spirit of this ancient thing in a doll and it convinces the girl to cut her hair? There's no reason that the girl needed to cut her hair. Also, why are these kids not in school? I don't know if they just like flew in on the weekend or something, but I feel like we're like on day 3 by now and none of these kids are going to school because Jimmy is just running crazy. He is going rogue and just breaking into places. So throughout this movie, he's constantly going into this tomb that someone earlier in the movie told him, like, do you not see this no trespassing sign? Like, it's there for a fucking reason. But he just keeps going. And so he just keeps sneaking in and doing all this shit. So we get introduced to another character, like another archaeologist guy. I think his last name is Resnick, and is being played by Rip Torn with a bad accent. Rip Torn has like 3 accents in this movie. Like, it drives me crazy. Even now as an adult, like even when I was a kid, I was like, wait, wasn't he speaking this way before? But now he's speaking this way. It's like he was trying to find his character as the movie was being filmed. And now it's even more annoying as an adult. So yeah, I guess the other guy died and now he's either looking, I don't know. He's taking the other guy's place. So he still wants to find out what he can about the Sanzia. So our next victim is this guy who works in the dad's factory. Now, again, factory is stupid. It makes no sense because the dad is constantly working late in this factory. And so far we only see that he has like one employee who's like, I'm going to go make a burrito. You want a burrito? So now we have a stereotypical Mexican making burritos when you should be working, sir. Like, why are you, why are you cooking burritos at work? So this guy is in there and then he gets killed by dollies, right? So this whole time you're thinking that the soul went into the one doll, which obviously is the one that Jessica picked out of like a whole shelf full. But no, I guess this thing went into multiple dolls, but they don't do nothing. Like if I was trying to rule the world and I'm an ancient spirit, wouldn't I just be walking around town, going into people's houses, causing chaos? But no, these dolls never leave the factory. Like, are they waiting to be bought? I don't understand. Why are you just staying here? Anyway, they kill this man. Well, they're going to kill this man, but then he ends up dying because he freaks out and has a heart attack. So, lazy ass spirit. You didn't even do anything, evil spirit. The guy died on his own. So here goes Jimmy sneaking out of the house. Oh my god, you guys. Look how Jimmy sneaks out the house.
I think I better go to bed. So early? Good night.
So Jimmy finds the body, and then Jimmy gets caught, and Jimmy's stupid. So the mom is starting to kind of put two and two together, and it's like, I think there's something wrong with my daughter. I think this doll is evil, and shooby-dooby-doo. So one night she tries to get the doll away from Jessica in the bed, and Jessica flips out and does this.
Jessica, I'm taking the doll out of the bed, and I don't want to hear another word about it.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you if you try to separate us!
I'll kill you! Mine! Mine!
Whoa, me too with your voice.
Now, I don't understand. Now, Jimmy heard her voice. It even says something about the voice. But the dad is just still clueless on what's happening. The girl acts one way when the dad's not around. Then she gets all sweet when he is. And since he's always working, he doesn't see anything that's happening in the house. Which again, let's go back to this factory. What is the dad doing in this factory? He's always like, I gotta work late. But he's in the factory, not factoring. Like, nothing's being made, nothing's being built, nothing's being cleaned, nothing's being like managed. He's just there. Into the night. What are you doing? So the mom goes and meets Resnick, and she gets more information about the whole Sanzia legend and stuff, right? And you know what also like drives me crazy about this movie? Like, okay, I hang out with a lot of Hispanic people, right? So you would think I would know some Spanish by now after like all these years, but I don't. But and I failed Spanish in high school. But I know the difference between senor and senora, right? So when Rip Torn's character meets the mom, he says this.
Mr. Resnick, I'm Marilyn Wade.
Oh, happy to meet you, Senor Wade. I see your beauty in your son's face.
Now, is that correct? Can I walk up to a lady and be like, oh, hi, senor? No, right? That's disrespectful. So I'm wondering like if the director just didn't know Spanish and didn't catch that. And how come no one corrected him? Like, I think it should be senora, but they put that in the movie, so. All right, so the mom goes home one night and we get the showdown, right? The movie's about to be over. She goes home and she finds Jimmy hiding in a closet, and she's like, what the hell are you doing in the closet? And he's like, Ma, look, this doll is walking and talking, okay? I saw it and I'm not stupid. So, so Jimmy went into the closet. And so they're trying to find the girl, and we see now, you know, like when Chucky finally changes in front of Karen in Child's Play. Now we finally see what the demon, well, not what he looks like, but he has a more evil face now on this doll, which I do have to say, it's really good looking, right? I'm not mad at how this doll looks when it's possessed. It's everything else is just taken away from the awesomeness of this doll. So they end up finding the girl. The mom has a shotgun, and then Jimmy gets it at one point, and Jimmy says this.
Play with this, bitch.
Okay, again, I don't understand the powers of this ancient thing. I'm really coming to the conclusion that it does not have any powers. So you're gonna tell me he just shoots this doll and is dead. It never comes back. We never see a doll running around with like a shotgun hole in his chest or anything. The doll gets shot and is dead. Okay? But now we got the other bitches inside the factory that just won't leave. So we go back to the factory and the dad almost gets killed by one. Now, again, this ancient thing has no powers because they set a trap for someone. I guess whoever's going to step inside the trap. But someone made like a rope trap. What demon do you know sets rope traps? The only thing evil that this demon did was shut the door on Camilla outside and lock it. So anyway, the dad is caught in a damn Boy Scout rope trap and is almost killed, but manages to get free. So now they're like, well, let's blow this place up. So I don't even remember how they even came to that conclusion, but they got a whole bunch of dynamite. They're lighting these things and throw them around. But some of them are being picked up by the dolls, and then they keep putting the fire out, right? But I guess one doll was too slow. It picks up the dynamite and explodes. So when the one dynamite goes off, like the rest of the place goes up, right? Because I guess the dynamite is still inside, so I guess that kind of makes sense that the other ones are blowing up. But yeah, so that's how they burn Dolly Dearest. They have been set on fire, and the spirit, I guess, dies in the fire. That's the worst spirit ever. Oh my god. Yeah. This movie. So dumb. Oh my god, there's a part where the dad gets stabbed in the leg with some scissors by one of the dolls, and then this is his reaction.
Bastards.
Now you know, if you got stabbed in the leg with some scissors, you will be crying and cursing this damn doll out. And that's the reaction he gives. I would have been pissed. I'm like, you know what, that's fucking it. I'm done with this shit. But no, not Elliot Wade. All right, you guys, that's Dolly Dearest. I mean, like I said, they tried it. And yeah, it's not a good movie. It had potential. It's just like, do a better job. Oh, they just need it. Okay, look. Normally, I am very anti like reboots of movies. If someone needs to reboot a movie, you have a perfectly good, awful movie right here that you can reboot. Like, someone do better with Dolly Dearest. I can't with this movie. It's like, it's one of those movies where, God, I can't even say it's so bad it's good. It's just dumb and just, it's kind of funny just to watch. It just be like, come on now. They didn't even try on this part. Also, by the way, I'd recently just learned this. So whenever they shot scenes of, not the doll, but when the doll has to walk around and, you know, you obviously could be like, oh, there's a human inside of a costume. The same person who did that in Child's Play is the person doing it in this movie too. Hey, I forgot his name, like Ed Galley? I'll put his name up. But yeah, so he played the walk around Chucky, and then he's playing the walk around Dolly in this movie. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. And you guys, just when you think the movie is over and the nightmare is done, oh no, there's still a mess. So I don't know the story behind this, but when you watch the credits, the family's name is Wade in the movie. But if you look at the credits, the family has a whole different last name. Whose job is that? The editor? Is there like a spelling corrector guy on staff? Because someone needs to be fired. Like, what was the story behind that? Like, did they not finalize the characters when they started filming? I don't know what the story is behind that, but that used to trip me up as a kid. Like, when the movie was over and I'll still be looking at the screen, I used to be like, wait, who's this family? All right, again, that was my review of Dolly Dearest from 1991. Let me know your thoughts about this movie. Did you ever see it? Do you remember seeing it in the video store aisles. Because I sure did walk by it. I was like, well, it's going to be on TV again. I'm not going to rent it. But yeah. Oh, Dolly Dearest. Alright, you guys. So if I had to rate Dolly Dearest, I already know. This movie's getting 2 shots. Okay? It's getting 1 because, you know, they tried. And it's getting 2 because of the nostalgia. This is another movie that I took for granted not buying, because nowadays you can't find movies like this anymore, and I hate that that's a thing. Or if you do buy it, like someone's charging like ridiculous amounts of money for it. But if you are interested in Dolly Dearest, maybe want to watch it for Halloween, it is currently streaming on YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna take these shots, so cheers. I'm surprised they never made like a Chucky versus Dolly. Or, well, no, we don't need that. Also, we already had Tiffany, so I guess we wouldn't have probably got Tiffany in the Child's Play series. Oh my god. Oh, and then oh wait, never mind. That didn't happen. I was about to make up something that didn't happen in the movie. I think I'm thinking of another movie. Alright, never mind. Let me drink. Oh my god. Oh, damn you, Dolly Dearest. Alright, you get 2 shots. Because you're craptacular. Okay, woo. Alright, so please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will catch y'all in the next spooky episode. So until then, TTFN.